What's up, everybody? It's TazMayne, and I am here to tell y'all my experience in Atlanta, both good and bad, because I'm only always showing all the good, but I want y'all to understand the bad that comes with it, the sacrifices that come with it, the flip side, because everyone's like, oh, sweet, I see you on that stage. Oh, sweet, you're on tour. Well, let me tell you what actually it takes and the sacrifices that had to be made. So on Friday, just last Friday, like a week ago, I played at Post Houston for Dolls Kill, and they were like, dude, you were so awesome, best DJ out of all, and we want you to come on tour with us to Atlanta. So on Friday, they said this. Atlanta's tour was gonna be starting on Tuesday, so like not even a week later. They finally told me this on Sunday. And they're like, here's the only thing, we can't cover your travel or your hotel, but we'll still pay you money and then pay you in clothes. And I was like, fine by me. I'm about this life. I want to spread my name. Remember the name, TazMayne, by the way. So it's Sunday. They told me that they're down to have me on the tour, and then the Atlanta stop was going to be on Tuesday. So I had to buy my plane ticket on Sunday for Monday, which makes the ticket really expensive because you're buying it for the next day. So I paid $370 for this ticket. Fine by me. I left myself no money. I had $25 going to Atlanta. I can't even check my bags in with that. Just so y'all know, if y'all don't travel. So I left myself $25 to go to another state. That's crazy. That's comical. I booked myself from Tuesday to Thursday because on Friday I have my residency gig at Bar Louie, where I DJ every Friday. And then I also had a wedding on Saturday. So I booked myself Tuesday to Thursday. Spent all my money, $370. Sorry, it's a little habit I have, this grunt. Okay, so let's get crazy. I realized that I'm not going to have money, so I thought I was going to call a few people and ask for money. Like I wasn't going to have enough money to even check my bags and go to the next place, get an Uber to, where I got to go. All I could think is, okay, I got my plane ticket, and then I had hit up some people to let me stay with them in Atlanta because I used to be a part of a travel club. So I know people all over the place, and I had some people that said that they would let me stay. So I was like, plane ticket and place to stay. Okay, I got it all figured out. I just need a little bit of money. I was gonna ask my mom for $100 and my sister for $100. I asked my mom for $100, and she goes, "Make sure you get it while I'm on the phone." And I was like, "Whoa, hold on, mom. What is this? What is this? I think you sent too much. You sent me 200." She goes, "You're welcome, baby." And I was like, "Hey, mom coming in clutch. Mom, you the MVP. Like, thank you so much. You're the best." So I didn't even bother to call my sister. My mom threw me $200. So I got $200 in my account now. So on Sunday, I bought the plane ticket for Monday. So on Monday, it's 4 p.m. and that's when the flight goes out. So 4 p.m. it goes out to Orlando, Florida as my layover. And then it goes to Atlanta. So I get to Atlanta at about 12 midnight, like 1 a.m. Oh, and this gets interesting. I get to the airport, and the people that said that they were going to give me a place to stay won't respond to me. So I start like freaking out because it's Tuesday, 1 a.m., and my gig is on Tuesday at 10 a.m. It's an early gig. It's Dolls Kill is a clothing company. So I did an early gig, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The next day, Wednesday, I'm scheduled 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. as well. But so it's Tuesday, it's 1 a.m. I just land in Atlanta. The first thing that I see when I turn my phone off of airplane mode is my Friday residency cancels on me, even though I had it super crunk that last Friday that I was there. So just a little food for thought. Even whenever you're doing really good, if you're under someone else's say so, they can still let you go because they want to try new things. Whatever, no biggie. All I could think to myself, because I always see the silver lining, I was like, you know what? The second I touch down in Atlanta for this amazing opportunity, this one cancels itself. I'm like, I see you, God. I see what you're doing. This isn't a bad thing. This is me outgrowing this place, and you're freeing up my Fridays so I can fill it in with something bigger and better. So I wasn't really too distraught about it. I was just like, wow, I could have stayed another day in Atlanta. It's okay. Yeah, and so I cannot get a hold of the people that said I could stay with them. So what do? I try to figure out some Airbnb stuff. By the way, when you try to book Airbnb, they don't accept you right away. You have to send in a request, and then at their convenience, they'll respond to you if they accept you. So I hit up a hotel. I find the cheapest one that I can find because the cheapest one I can find, $76, $77, and I paid for it. And I'm the kind of guy that confirms stuff before I go ahead and do stuff. Like if you and I ask each other to hang out on Friday, the day of, I'm going to call before and confirm that we're still hanging out before I even drive to you. So I'm at the airport. I buy this hotel. I call the hotel. I said, hey, do y'all have my name in the system? They're like, no. I'm like, well, that's funny because I just paid for it. Can you check tomorrow? And they were like, oh, there it is. I was like, okay, cool. So I can come there right now, check in, and then I can be out before even the checkout time of 11 a.m. because I got to be at this thing by 10 a.m. They're like, oh, no, you can't check in until 2 p.m. I was like, it's 1 in the morning, 2 p.m. That's like 12 hours away, 11 hours away. I was like, I can literally be in and be out within like 6 hours, 7 hours. Because it was 1 a.m. on Tuesday, and then my gig was only 9 hours away. They're like, nope, you can't check in until 2 p.m. I was like, wow, cool. So I start wandering around the airport, stressing out, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. The crazies. This guy walks up to me because I'm wearing this really dope coat jacket thing that I got from Doll's Kill. It's like all like it's like cotton candy, and it's like big, fluffy, goes down to like my legs, my feet. This guy goes, dope jacket. Can I take a picture with you? I was like, yeah, dude. We take a picture, and he was like, so what are you up to right now? Like what are you doing? I was like, that's a crazy question. There's like a lot of stuff going on right now. I was like, do I tell him what's going on, or do I just like think that he's wasting my time and I need to figure out where I'm gonna stay? He goes, you want to go to Vegas? I was like, yeah, dude, let's go. He was like, let's go right now. I was like, well, I have a couple gigs later today, Tuesday, and then Wednesday that I have to do. He's like, fuck those gigs, let's go to Vegas. I'm like, fuck Vegas. These gigs mean a lot to me. And he was like, well, what are you doing right now? I was like, I actually don't know. I'm in a bit of a situation. He was like, do you have somewhere to stay? I was like, that's actually my situation. Is long story short, I don't know where I'm gonna stay, and I have a gig in like 8 hours, 9 hours. He was like, well, you can stay with me. And the first thing I thought was, thank you, God, my saving grace. Like you're coming through for me. And I was like, yeah, dude, that would be so appreciated. Thank you. Like I just need a place to sleep for 7 hours. Wake up at like 8, get ready, head there around 9, 8:40, whatever. So I can be ready to go by 10. But as we're walking to his room, this dude says the sketchiest stuff. he sees that I was like a little uneasy, and this is what he tries to tell me. He tells me how safe I am like 10 times in a row. Like he said the worst comforting things. This is what he said to me, literally like this. He's like this. He's like this. He goes, bro, chill. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, you ain't got to be paranoid. Like, you're safe. I'm telling you, you're safe with me. Like, you ain't even got to, like, trip like that. Like, you're safe. I'm telling you, you're safe. Like, stop being paranoid. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, you're safe. And I'm just like, I feel so unsafe now. Like, what the fuck? And we just keep walking. And he'd say crazy stuff. Like, he's like, bro, I'm telling you, like, I'm with the secret society. He's like, chill, bro. There's cops ahead. Like, he's like, I got this. He's like, yo, what's up, officers? Like, stupid. Like, and then, like, we'll keep walking. He's like, bro, chill. You seem uneasy. Like, I'm not going to blow your head off with a gun or anything like that. And I'm just like, why would you be so descriptive? Like, why are you, like, that lets me know that that's running through your head. Like, you're thinking these thoughts. And he'd say sketchy stuff, you know, like yeah, bro, let's go over to the stairwell over here. And before you know it, like, I got my hand fist, like, balled up, like, behind my back, like, ready to just, like, waiting for him to make, like, a sudden movement or pull out something real shiny and just, boom. Because, like, dude, you're, like, really freaking me out, right? And then, like, we'd be walking. He's like, let's go to this parking garage. And all I can think of is he's bringing me to a bunch of places where, like, you know, it's hidden, dark, no cameras, no people, no security, no officers. Then he would say more crazy stuff like, bro, chill. I'm not gonna chop you up into a bunch of little pieces and eat you. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This some real life Dahmer shit? I'm like, dude, with the Dahmer show out right now, I'm like, you're freaking me out, dude. I mean, in my head, I'm trying my best to be cool. I'm like, bro, I'm chilling. Like, are we? Do you know where your room is? I was like, do you have a room? He's like, yeah, at the Marriott. And he even though he thinks that, okay, so he was like, he's like, yeah, I didn't pay for it. Finessing the government. All I can think to myself is, you're gonna try to finesse me. I can't believe I made it this far. And I'm texting my ex. I'm like, hey man, there's this guy. I don't know if it's a saving grace or if this is like, and she's like really naive, but she's like, saving grace, you know, God's taking care of you. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I'm like, I don't know if I should, like I don't know about this guy, or I don't know if, like, I'm just tripping and this is like God sending help. Anyways, I don't know how I made it this far, but we get to his room. Oh my gosh. So this guy's like, he's got like crazy energy, right? And I even ask him, I'm like, because all I can think to myself is I have a backpack with my laptop in it. I have my wallet, you know. And all I can think to myself is, are we both going to sleep, or am I going to sleep and you're just this weird guy that walks around the airport picking up dudes with weird little tactics? And so all I can think to myself is, I cannot close my eyes around this guy. So I was like, do you plan on going to sleep tonight? He was like, nah. I was like, what's got you up? Like, is it yay? Is it ice? And he's like, why are you asking me? You triggering me. And I was like, whoa. Like, is that your way of saying, like, you're sober and you don't want to talk about it? Or I was like, never mind. So we get to his room, and before you know it, he takes his shirt off, and I notice that his shorts are baggy. Like, they're too big. And so they're, like, sagging and kind of showing the top of his junk. And I notice that he's not wearing any underwear. So I'm like, does this dude think he's going to rape me? Like, does this dude, like, is he going to try? He makes me a couple drinks, hands them to me. I don't act interested. I'm like, oh, thanks. Set it down. Don't drink it. A few moments pass by, and on some crazy motherfucking shit, he goes, I'm really disappointed you didn't drink that drink I made you. And I was like, what? I was like, you mean you're disappointed that your drugs went to waste and I didn't drink it? Like, I was like, gosh, this guy's trying to drug me and rape me, or drug me and steal all my stuff. So this guy, he's got energy. He takes his hat off. I see a big gash in his head, and I'm like, is this from someone that like hacked his fucking head when he tried to like do some weird stuff to another dude? And the second he takes it off, he's like, "Don't look at it." And you can see his skull. And I'm like, "Whoa, dude, that's kind of hard to miss." He's like, "Stop looking at it." And I was like, "Okay." like, that's a big fucking, like, okay. And he runs himself a bath. He turns on the news real loud. He turns on the TV. He turns on some music real loud. All sorts of noise. And I understand that I'm in someone else's room, and like, so I'm not trying to be too demanding. But I was like, I just need a place to stay, like to sleep. Like that was like my whole thing. I was like, I don't know where I'm staying tonight. And then he was like, all right, yeah, you can come back and stay in my room. And so while he's playing all this loud stuff, after like, a few minutes, because I try to like deal with it, right? I try to be like, all right, I'm just gonna deal with it. I'm like, hey, can you possibly like turn the news down and maybe turn the music off, just so I can like get like a few hours of sleep, It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I got this gig at like 10 a.m., and I had to be up at like 8 a.m., And he was like, yeah, dude, I got you. Turns everything off, and then connects his phone to a Bluetooth speaker. So now he's playing music even louder. And I'm just like I'm laying in the bed. There's two beds, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, okay, I just kind of got to deal with it and try to go to sleep. All my stuff, I'm like, okay, I need to lodge all my stuff into this like corner. So I put all my stuff in this corner, and I put this like sofa cushion up against it. And then I move all his stuff away while he's in the bathroom doing his like bath ritual stuff, whatever he's got going on. And I move any of his stuff that's near my stuff away, so that he would have no reason to come near my stuff. Text my ex, and she's like, you should put your laptop under your pillow. Keep your wallet on you. And I was like, brilliant. So I wait. So he's in there. And I'm like, okay, let me do that while he doesn't see that I'm showing that I don't trust him. I do all that. After like 7 songs go by, I'm like, say, bro, like, you got this music like really loud. Like, is it okay if you like, please turn it down? Like, can you? Like, I just want to get a little bit of sleep. And he was like, all right. What time is your gig? I was like, well, I'm thinking about like waking up at like 8:40, get in the shower, get an Uber over there, be there by like 9:20, 9:30, for the gig at 10. And he goes, I'm gonna set an alarm for 5:55. I'm like, for what? I was like, I was like, I'm trying to sleep. It's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. now. He's like, well, what do you got to do? I'm like, this gig. He's like, well, I got stuff I got to do at 8 a.m. I was like, what do you have to do at 8 a.m.? He's like, I got to catch a flight. I was like, okay, to where? He was like, I'm flying to such and such at 9 a.m. I was like, wait, you just said 8 a.m. He's like, yeah, 9:15. I was like, wait, you said 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 9:15. I'm like, which one is it? He was like, sometimes it takes like an hour or so. And then he goes up to the blinds, and he opens them, closes them, opens them, closes them, constantly just like looking out and then closing them. And I'm like, hey, dude, can we just like keep the blinds closed? He goes up to the safe, opens it, closes it. He tries to show me all these little pendants that he got. And trust me, I tower over him to see what's in there. I want to make sure there's no fucking gun in there. Try to rob me, because I've already thought these thoughts. I'm like, this dude's trying to drug me, rape me, rob me, kill me, motherfucking, I've already thought all this. So and so he's like, dude, you complain a lot. I was like, no, I just The whole reason I came here is because I thought you were giving me a place to lay my head and sleep. He's like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna go on a mission. And I was like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, okay, I think he's trying to score some more drugs to keep him up, right? Like I had already asked him, and he was like, oh, you're triggering me. He was like, don't worry about it. If I told you I'd have to kill you, and then you'd owe me money. Mind you, I'm taking this as you're indirectly telling me you're going to rob me. Now my backpack has dollars all over it, right? It's this whole kind of thing, right? And then this guy goes, I'm gonna go out there and see if I can find some more pendants and diamonds, because he had all these pendants and diamonds that, like, I don't know where he got it. Just like I don't know how he got a Toomey bag, because that's really expensive. And I feel like this guy is up to, like, I don't know, bad stuff. And he goes, I don't know, hopefully I find a bag full of money laying around. My bag has money all over it. I was like, he's telling me he's going to steal my stuff. Like that. So he leaves. I try to get some sleep. I try to go to sleep, but my senses are way too heightened. After a few hours, it's like 6 a.m. He comes back. I know he put the alarm for 5:55, but I unplugged that alarm, and I have my phone that I'm recording this on set for 8:40. Comes back, and he's like, can't sleep, huh? I was like, nope. He's like, I get it. You're in a strange place. And I was like, yep. It's like we both know that this shit is fucking weird, bro. It's fucking weird, bro. But when he comes back and he says all this, he's like not in a good mood. He's like banging stuff around, and like when he gets in, he slams the door. Then he takes the chair from the desk in the hotel and like shoves it over to where it like rolls across the whole room and hits the door. He's opening his drawers, closing them real hard. Everything is just like rambunctious. And I deal with it for a little bit until I'm like, you know what? It's 6 a.m. I have to be up at 8:40 or even earlier. I was like, all right, dude, I'm leaving. Like once I finally built the courage and like the not the courage, but like once I had enough, I was like, all right, dude, I'm out. He's like, where are you gonna go? I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on the ground. I was like, dude, you're being loud. Like you're being really loud. He's like, all right, dude, whatever. Can I at least get a shirt? And at first I was like, dude, I'm going. And he was like, can I get a fucking shirt? I don't even have a shirt. My last shirt was ruined. So I gave him a TazMayne shirt. Lucky you. I was like, here's a TazMayne shirt. It's actually my shirt, but you can have it. He puts it on. I put him on my snap. I'm like, this fucking guy. I gather all my stuff and I walk out. He was like, hold on. Let me at least walk you out. I brought you up here. Let me walk you out. And I was like, no, that's all good, dude. Don't even worry about it. I'm like, all right, dude. I'll see you. See you around. I get to the elevator. He stops me. Like he chases me down. He's like, hold on, what? He brings me a bag and dumps them all into my stuff and goes, do you want some toiletries? You know, like soap, shampoo, all the stuff that comes with the hotel. And I'm like, no, dude. I already have all this. I don't need this. So I go down to the lobby. I asked the people, I said, hey, is it okay if I lay on y'all's couch, please? For just a little bit. I had this whole situation with this guy. I don't know him. He's just being loud and annoying. And so I'm wondering if I can just sleep on y'all's couch. And this guy was like, yeah, way back in the corner up there. And I was like, cool. I'd rather it be in a corner so this guy can't come out and find me easily. So I go in the corner. And they said, I have 1 hour. They said, you have 1 hour. I said, okay. out of that 1 hour, I probably actually was asleep for 20 minutes. They made me wake up and they're like, "Hey man, you gotta go." And I was like, damn it! I slept for 20 minutes. This is like my debut in Atlanta. I'm like, dude, I'm about to be like not well rested for my fucking DJ gig, and I don't want them to think I'm shitty. And then after I'm done with my DJ gig, I want to literally fucking talk to people and network and meet people. I was like, I don't want to be too tired for all this. So I wake up, I make myself an energy drink. One of these things, the Zip Fizz things, I'm like addicted. It's supposed to be healthy energy. So I'm like, I want them to know I'm not just some bum laying around in their hotel that they have to kick out. So what do I do whenever I wake up after only 20 minutes of sleeping? It's like 8 a.m. I go buy some stuff from their store in the hotel. I buy some food, salad, some water. But I could tell that I really stink. It's really stinky. So I was like, dang it, I need a shower. So I was like, maybe I hit that guy up and take a shower. Just bring all my stuff into the bathroom, right? So I messaged him because he told me to follow him on Instagram. He is unfollowed right now, though. I go back up to where I thought the room was. I was knocking on the door. I knocked on nearby doors. I could not find this guy. And everyone nearby was like, oh, wrong room. So I start asking people on that floor. I'm like, hey, dude, like, it's a crazy situation. Where I was staying, I don't know the guy and I don't have a card. But I'm just trying to take a shower. And a lot of people, refuse me. I get it. That seems weird. Especially, like, the women that seen that I was asking to take a shower and I'm a guy. So I'm like, I get it. So I go to this other hall on this floor. And I asked probably 7 people. And then I seen this one lady walking down. And I decided to switch up my pitch. And I was like, hey, how's it going? Are you in a rush? Like, are you in a rush to be somewhere? She goes, no, not really. Why? What's up? I was like, okay, so this is just like a whole situation. This, like, where I was staying. I don't know the guy. I don't know how to get back in, and I can't find him. I was like, can I take a shower? She goes, all you want is a shower? I said, yes. I just need a shower. I'm trying to get to work. Like, I have somewhere I have to be. And I just need a shower. She was like, okay, cool. So this random lady lets me take a shower. Awesome. Thank you so much. I catch an Uber. After the shower, I get all showered up. I dress in my Dolls Kill outfit so I can rep Dolls Kill while I'm at the Dolls Kill show. And by the way, if it seems like I'm like really energetic right now, for one, this is how I already am. And for two, I'm like on this healthy energy stuff. So I get to the show. It's awesome, right? The Uber driver there was awesome. It was so cool. Like, he was like, what? You're the DJ for all those people waiting outside? That's like 200 people waiting outside. I was like, yep. He was like, dude, let me act like I'm your security. He was like, let me make sure they can see my gun. And then he gets out of the car. He was like, yep, this is the guy right here. This is who y'all been waiting for. Like, this grand interest. It was so cool. I walk up and everyone's like, oh my gosh, are you the DJ? Let me take pictures with you. And then I don't know if y'all have already seen, but on Facebook I posted where they're like, let's go, TazMayne. It was awesome. It was great. I DJ'd for the 4 hours, right? I get done at 2 p.m. Well, that hotel that said I can only check in at 2 p.m. is finally available once I'm done with my gig from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I hit up the hotel. They're like, yeah, come check in. I go check into the hotel. Thank God I have somewhere to stay. By myself. Hood-ass part of Atlanta. But that's fine. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not. Anyways. Because it was the cheapest hotel I can find, right? So that was cool. And the next day, my gig is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So I actually go there early because my checkout is at 11 a.m. So I go to the Dolls Kill thing early. I'm there for like two. I'm there like 2 hours early, meeting people, networking. I had gotten some decent sleep this night. Did my gig 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. By the way, they're like Atlanta was amazing, DJing in that fucking venue that was big. It was so big. It was like the Stereo Live of Houston or like the Ava of Houston. Like I would call it like the Stereo Live of Houston. It was big. It was a wonderful stage with big, huge screens behind me, big stage, and a good sound system. Like the same stage that Excision is going to be playing on in a couple weeks, like the main stage. So it was so awesome. All the people I met, everybody that was attracted to me, the law of attraction is real. Everyone that was attracted to me was all people that run the place and work there. So like, I'm gonna figure out how to, get up in that venue on another night where it's like not like a Dolls Kill clothing tour night. Anyways, so I DJ Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I kind of hang around until they end at 9 p.m. because I had no more money left. I had to call my mom again. And I told her, I said, man, I have a big bag full of clothes that they let me get. And I feel like I'm going to have to check this bag in. And it's going to be more money. And then my already checked bags, I'm going to have to check in again. I'm like, I feel like this is going to be like $130 or something. She sends me another 200. Thank God for mom, right? Thank you, mom. So I hang out till 9, and I'm like, I have no idea where I'm gonna stay. I have a feeling these checked bags are gonna be like 130. They came out to like 140, 150. I was like, okay. She sent me 200. I was like, that's like 150 in check bags and like a $25 Uber over there, and $25 for like a drink or something, and some food. So I was like, I'm not gonna try to stay with anyone. I don't want to ask anyone if I can stay with them. I'm not gonna get a hotel because then I'd have to borrow more money. So what did I do? I went straight to the airport. So at 9 p.m. I went to the airport. My flight wasn't till Thursday at 1:30 p.m. But I got to the airport on Wednesday at 10 p.m. So my flight is Thursday 1:30 p.m. I got to the airport Wednesday 10 p.m. Oh, again, another part of where this isn't so glamorous. This is the sacrifice. I slept on a hotel couch my first day after feeling like I was going to be raped, drugged, murdered, robbed. Then on the last day, I go to the airport and I'm tired, but I can't sleep. I cannot sleep. I'm around a bunch of people that could possibly take my stuff. So in my big bag of clothes, Dolls Kill clothes, I put my laptop so no one can take it. And I put my big jacket down as a blanket and I sleep on the floor of the airport. I'm not saying I'm too good for this. I'm just saying like this is part of my story or part of what it takes. So like those people that are like, "Oh, I would never." Okay, well then maybe you're not cut out to like do what it takes to get to the top. So I lay there and I try to go to sleep, but yeah, right. I'm in an airport and I see that dude again talking to some other guy. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what he does. He picks up dudes. I go to the guy. I'm like, once the weird guy who brought me to his room. Once he walks away from the dude he's talking to, I asked the guy that he was talking to. I go, hey dude, was that guy saying weird stuff? He's like, nah, bro. Just we had a little transaction and then he bought me a coffee. I was like, what? My experience with him was weird, so weird. And he's like, nope, not weird at all. I was like, nah, bro. My experience was crazy with him. Like it was what? And I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, all right, have a good one. I go to sleep, and I don't fall asleep till like maybe 11, 12. like 12 noon on Thursday. Or no, maybe like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Thursday. So between 9 p.m. and like 8 or 8 a.m. 9 p.m. and like 9 a.m. Between between 10 p.m. on Wednesday all the way until 9 a.m. on Thursday, I could not go to sleep. I was laying by a bunch of people that were trying to talk to me, and they were being like helpless. So I bought them some coffees and teas, and then I got myself one. And then I finally get like a little bit of sleep at like 10 a.m. Wake up at 12 so that I can start moving. 12 noon so I can start moving and be on my plane by 1:30. Biggest signs I've ever seen. Atlanta's airport is number one busiest airport in the US, and I see why. So that's about 37 minutes I've been talking. I get on my plane, I'm back in Houston. That's my Atlanta story. The whole reason I wanted to tell y'all this is because while everyone thinks that there's so much good going on, letting y'all know that there is a downside and sacrifices that had to be made just so I could experience this good. That's my Atlanta story. Remember the name, TazMayne. See y'all around.